Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Simon, and I do have a hobby. And my hobby is that I'm a rail enthusiast. Basically, I'm a trade spotter. And I also enjoy travelling to different places by train. I am not on YouTube to make myself famous. I do these shows for basically fun. And if my journey is going to plan or not, guess we're going to have to watch this show to find out. Welcome to Simon Trains Railway Journeys. Hello everyone, welcome to Stafford Railway Station. Now, there was going to be an intro beginning before my bus journey to here, but the problem is the bus didn't show up, which I am really not happy with either now, because the next one would have got me here late to miss my train, and when I was getting there a ticket, as soon as I got here after I got a lift off my mum, I did see that bus go past. So they'll be getting a harsh word from me, I'll tell you that. But anyway, we're at Stafford now, so not to worry. I'm here before 7:26, because behind me is the 7:22 Manchester Piccadilly. And today we are going for a 6-day adventure in Scotland, which we are going round the Fife, round the Cathcart Circle, heading to Paisley Gilmore Street, and we even go to Aviemore in the Highlands. Well, I think it's in the Highlands. It's on the route to the Highlands anyway. But yeah, so today's trip will be heading up to Carmyle, which is where we stayed in February. Now, my journey from here will be here to Crewe on board London North Western Railway, which is more reliable than a Riva bus. Then we're going to catch a Virgin train from Crewe straight up to Glasgow Central. Once at Glasgow Central, you get a ticket for the day, and then I'm going to go around the Cathcart Circle, but I'm not going to do all the stations because I'm saving the rest for Sunday. Is that I'm going to be doing the 1894 part, which is from Cathcart to Pollokshields West. As you can see, the 722 is just leaving now. I'll admit that's a bit, I had it zoomed in, that's why. Rubbish leaving. But anyway, so yeah, the Cathcart Circle's open in 2 stages. We're going to be doing the 1894 part, which is Cathcart to Pollokshields West. I'm saving the rest for tomorrow because they're on Sunday because there's diverts. So anyway, I'm going to wait for a train now to Crewe.
Tamworth, Atherstone, Nuneaton, Rugby, Milton Keynes Central and London Euston. This train is formed of 8 coaches.
Platform 5 will be 7:36.
Might be a little dark, but we made it to Crewe.
Platform 4.
We're waiting for the 809 to Glasgow Central now. Once on board, it's a 3-hour journey up to Glasgow.
Virgin train. We'll be travelling to Glasgow Central, calling at Lancaster, Penrith, Carmyle. Virgin trains. We'll be travelling to Glasgow Central.
Cathcart District Railway opened their first station just north of the river, which was a temporary station opened in 1886, but served the line from Glasgow to Cathcart by Queen's Park. The temporary station closed on the 18th of March 1894, and a day later the current station opened, before commissioning of the extension of the Cathcart Circle, which opened in April 1894. The rest of the video will venture down the April 1894 section of the Cathcart Circle Line, from Cathcart to Pollokshields West.
Yeah, these trains have been in service for 40 years. Is it this one? No, it's not. How's that one?
This is a customer safety announcement. Some trains pass through the station without stopping. Please stay back from platform edges.
We're now at Cathcart Station. We're just finishing our filming here, but unfortunately we couldn't leave because the next train we've got to wait for is at 13:04, which takes us onto the Circle. We got off a Anniesland train. I'll tell you what, this area is absolutely fantastic for filming the trains. This is the station here, but also if I look at you look there, that takes you to Newton, those two lines, and you can't see it here, I might have to go to the edge, which I'm not supposed to really. You can see the junction there, the tracks to the right carry on the Circle, but the tracks to the left take you to Neilston. Hang on there, I've just put the camera back on me. There we go. So yeah, I passed this station so many times, well not many times, but probably a half a dozen times, but this is the first time actually filming at this station. I absolutely enjoyed it. So we're going to move on to the next station at 13:04. I'm going to carry on the 1894 section built towards Pollokshields West. Langside Station opened on the 2nd of April 1894 when the rest of the Cathcart Circle Line was opened by the Cathcart District Railway. It consists of a single island platform, like every station on the Cathcart Circle Line. The station was accessed by a subway and stairs at Langside Drive at the west end and Earls Park Avenue and Maryhill Road to the east. In October 1901 the station was renamed Langside and Newlands, but it was renamed back to Langside on the 27th of May 1962, and 4 years later, on the 13th of August 1966, the original station was burnt down.
Service to Glasgow Central.
There's Pollokshaws East and next one is Shawlands.
Pollokshields East station opened on the 2nd of April 1894. The station had a goods yard on the north side of the line to the east of the station, on the other side of Carmyle Road, which was served by a signal box, but it closed on the 16th of October 1961 as part of the electrification scheme. British Rail demolished the station building and replaced it with a shelter in the 1980s, and housing was built on the side of the goods yard in 2006. Pollokshields West station is not on the Cathcart Circle Line, but it's on the line heading towards Barhead. We're now at Pollokshaws East on the Cathcart Circle. Cathcart's behind me. Towards Pollokshields East West is that way, sorry. And I have noticed on RTT, real-time trains that is, that this next train that's coming in, which will be mine to Shawlands, is from Shields Depot. Now I remembered, I think I did this one back in February. I think this could be a class 321. No. it's 320s up here, sorry, not 321s. I rephrase that, a class 320. So you could be seeing a dusty bin on the Cathcart Circle. But I'd have to wait and see till the train comes in. Shawlands Station was also opened on the 2nd of April 1894 as part of the extension of the Cathcart Circle Line between Cathcart and Glasgow Central by Maxwell Park. There was plans for a proposed deviation which would have joined the line between Pollokshields East and Shawlands, which would have branched off just north of Pollokshields East station onto the line at Crossmyloof in 1887, but the proposed deviation never happened. Also, if you stand on Shawlands Station, you can hear the trains which use the Crossmyloof line, which serves services between Glasgow Central and Barhead, and on to Kilmarnock. We're now at Shawlands, well, we're going to be leaving Shawlands soon, but this next train that comes in, which will be ours to Maxwell Park, there's two interesting things about this one. First off, they hold this at Cross Hill for a few minutes, for some strange reason. I don't know why, but it's been held at Cross Hill. It's actually a scheduled held, because every stop's like a minute, but this one's like, I think it was 16:00. I can't remember the times, but they hold it for a good 5 minutes there. Secondly, this will be a 6-coach train. Now, you saw earlier in the video, there was, not too long ago actually, at this station, 314, 204, 314, let me rephrase that, sorry. 314, 204 and 314, 206 arrived here. I think that's my train to the next station, Maxwell Park, which will be a 6-coach train. Might see the 6-coach train on here before, but recently, no. Anyway, we're going to wait for this train to show up and then do the next 2 stations on the Cathcart Circle, the 1894 extension of this circle to complete it.
The train arriving at platform 1 is the 1614 service to Glasgow Central.
Maxwell Park Station was opened as part of the extension of the Cathcart District Railway on the 2nd of April 1894. When the station opened, there was very little potential traffic. Heading towards Pollokshields West, there was artistic work on the platform ramp, which was largely work of Eddie Collery, who was the relief porter. The artwork had the initials of the Cathcart District Railway, CDR, the Caledonian Railway, CR, London Midland and Scottish Railway, LMSR, and British Railways, BR. It also said Maxwell Park 1894 to 1965 with a drawing of a steam locomotive and a deer. At the other end of the platform was an oil store, and it housed the first small museum until it was demolished. Most items that were there were transferred to the Scottish Railway Preservation Society. 13th of April 1897, the station became unstaffed, and 2 years later, in 1989, a contract was let to demolish the station buildings at Maxwell Park, but then gained a Category B listed building. In 1998, a listed building repairs notice was served under the Rail Track Station Regeneration Programme. The station was refurbished, costing £525,000, and was completed on the 25th of August 2000. Pollokshields West Station opened on the 2nd of April 1894. It also had a station building like Maxwell Park but was demolished. Work started on the 28th of May 1989 when they started to remove the street level building and part of the canopy, but then given instructions to stop, as a necessary conversion to consent has not been obtained. The station building remained in fairly dangerous condition for 3 years until March 1992, when the local authorities gave permission and the station building at Pollokshields West was finally demolished. This is also the last station before you reach Maryhill Junction, where Pollokshields East Station lies. now at Pollokshields West, which is the end of our Cathcart Circle for today. All stations for B2 have been built on the 2nd of April 1894, apart from Cathcart, because there used to be a terminus station but it closed. Then it opened up on the 19th of March 1894. So all the stations for B2 today on the Cathcart have opened in 1894, except for Cathcart, which was opened earlier than the rest. We're now waiting for the 1814 to Glasgow Central. Once we're there, we're going to go up to Anniesland to do some filming. Then Anniesland, then I'm going to end at Rutherglen, and then I'm going to end to Carmyle, which is where I'm going to be staying for the night. I'm not filming at Carmyle because we have done Carmyle back in February when it was dark. Anniesland Station was opened by the North British Railway in 1874 on their route linking Glasgow, Dumbarton and Helensburgh Railway at Maryhill to Queen's Dock, which is now the site occupied by the Scottish Exposition Centre on the north side of the River Clyde. The line towards Westerton was electrified in 1960 as part of the North Clyde Line modernisation scheme, but the course from Maryhill remained diesel worked. The cause was closed completely in 1985 and lifted 3 years later after being disused since 1980, but it was relayed and reopened in 2005 when the Maryhill line was extended to Anniesland Station. But the only problem was that there was no link between Maryhill line and the North Clyde line. It was a single track from Maryhill Junction to Platform 3 at Anniesland, until late 2015 when Network Rail carried out a programme to connect the Maryhill Chord to the North Clyde Line, just north of Anniesland Station, so that trains can run into Glasgow Central low level, while the high level station was shut during the 2006 tunnel work scheme. Now, the unit behind me is actually only going to Ashfield and not Glasgow Queen Street, because the reason is there's been a track deflect around the Glasgow Queen Street area, which trains to Queen Street off the Maryhill line are unable to get there. So they had to repair the emergencies, be back open on Sunday, but yeah, so this is only going to Ashfields. The trains for the West Highland line are actually going by Bishopsbridge to turn around into a siding to get to Queen Street. That's how bad it is. But the trains from Queen Street to the West Highland line are unaffected by this. So this is only going to Ashfield, not Glasgow Queen Street. station of the day is Rutherglen. Rutherglen's first station was opened on the Caledonian Railway's line to Glasgow Central on the 1st of June 1849, but the station was replaced on the 31st of March 1879 by a new station located some 765 metres east of the original station. Services on the Glasgow Central Railway commenced on the 1st of November 1895, but the Glasgow Central Railway services were withdrawn as part of the Beeching Act on the 5th of October 1964. On the 6th of May 1974, on the West Coast Main Line was opened to electrified services, which included the Hamilton Circle services through the slow line island platforms. But the island platforms closed when a new island platform, which is the station we are standing at, opened for Argyle services using the reopened Glasgow Central Railway formation on the 5th of November 1979. We're now at Rutherglen, and this is our last station of the day. We were going to stay here till 21:07, but I'm actually going to call it a day half an hour earlier, because I think I got enough footage of 5 minutes for 30 odd minutes, nearly 40 minutes. So we're going to call it 20:37, and then we're going to go to Carmyle, and that's it. So we're just waiting for this train now to come in, and then we're just going to board it, get to Carmyle, and then call it a day. We'll be back here at Rutherglen tomorrow, because we are going to be changing trains to get to Anniesland, which will be explained later.
Now approaching platform 2 is the 2037 ScotRail service to Motherwell.
Just now leaving Carmyle Station. Back here tomorrow morning about 6:15 in the morning to get to Anniesland, which will be explained later. But now I'm going to take a walk to the Premier Inn that I'm staying at. We're now in the hotel at Carmyle. It is still daylight actually because it is July. Everything went well today apart from the Rover bus that didn't show up. I still haven't heard nothing of them yet, believe it or not, because I did put a complaint in over Facebook this morning about them. Private messaged them, heard nothing. Really, if you advertise a bus at Brayton and you decide, oh, I'll just start it usually for the hell of it, that's not right. Anyway, but we did get to Stafford alright, in time before by train anyway. We got M4S43 this morning, which was worked by 88005. Got to Crewe alright, got to Glasgow a little late because I think there was a freight train ahead of us and we had to slow down between Lockerbie and on the way up. But other than that, it was alright. Where else? Yeah, we got the Cathcart Circle done, no problem. Like I said, Cathcart was opened on the 19th of March 1894. The rest of the stations that we did today were opened on the 2nd of April 1894. So that was the extension to the original, because the original part of the Cathcart Circle was Pollokshaws East all the way down to Mount Florida, and then there was a Cathcart terminus station. But we'll be doing them Sunday because they are diverts coming through there with Pendolinos, Transpennine Expresses. So we are going to do that area Sunday to finish off the circle. Yeah, so we've done the Cathcart Circle, no problem. Went to Anniesland, a few trains were late, no problems. Then went to Rutherglen, no problems. It was a good day really, so everything went well. Tomorrow, actually I need to get the sheet of paper for tomorrow because we are, where's the sheet? There we go. Because tomorrow we are actually going to be doing all sorts tomorrow. This is day 2 of our trip, my Scotland trip. We are going to Anniesland to try and get the L and ER Class 91 flying through, and the Caledonian Sleeper that goes to Glasgow Central. It's the one that divides at Carstairs. We are going to Slateford to do some filming. We're going to Linlithgow, Polmont, Falkirk, Graveston. We are going to clear the Allier branch, and then we're going to Edinburgh Park to do some filming, and then I'm going back to Glasgow because they've got a ticket which I brought today from Pollokshields West because it allowed me to do it. I'll be travelling from Glasgow Central to Paisley Gilmore Street because tomorrow night I'm actually going to be in a guest house, not in a Premier Inn or a Travelodge, because there was no cheap hotels. But it was cheap enough to buy anyway. So we are going to be at a guest house tomorrow, but I'm going to do all the stations between up to Paisley Gilmore Street. So we're going to do Cardonald, the Hillingtons and Paisley Gilmore Street. So that's it really. So good day. There will be a bad day at some point. Just subscribe to me at because I'm going to end this now. Just subscribe to me at Simon Trays LGs on Facebook, Simon Trays on Twitter, Simon Trays on Instagram. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you for day 2 out of 6 of the Scotland holiday.